Hello, I'm Ian,
And I am Sam.
and we welcome you to the latest episode of Such a Ranker, the show where we take 5, not 7, completely random films and try to rank them from worst to best. What could possibly go wrong? Sam, what are the films on our list for this episode?
Well, the first film up for discussion is America. Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Team America.
World Police.
World
Colon.
Police. Also known as The Last Thing. Matt Parker and Trey Parker.
Wow, okay.
Trey Parker and Matt Stone did outside of South Park, I think, in the last 20 years.
Yeah, I mean, I think they've done, Book of Mormon, but, you can go with that.
You know what I mean. Don't be that guy.
I'm not being that guy, but just want to bring that to your
Can we
attention.
just refer to
that
Team America?
massive musical that's a huge hit everywhere. They did that.
But you know what I mean.
I know.
On a
Second
screen.
film on the list.
We don't talk about theatre.
That was so passive aggressive that turned so violent in such a short period of time. Movie 2, Overlord, 2018, a film which literally no one has heard of.
It's the thing for the modern age.
Absolutely. And then we have a thing that I would never recommend anyone watch is 2018, same year as Overlord, The Predator.
Yes.
Yes.
I look forward to discussing this film at will.
Yes.
We should probably establish we're talking about
Shane Black's 2018.
2018 because
The
a lot
Predator
of people
reboot.
would be confused and thinking, "Oh, they're talking
Yes.
about Predator."
Yes.
The Arnold Schwarzenegger classic.
No, we're talking about The Predator with Jacob Tremblay.
Yes.
Yes.
That is
It
actually
will be a very big focus
Yes. That is actually a sentence I heard. The Predator with Jacob Tremblay,
Jacob
the star of Room.
Yep.
Not to be confused with The Room.
No. Yep. Then we have 2004's Wimbledon, not to be confused with the better tennis movie Match Point,
Or Challengers.
or Challengers, or any other tennis movie.
Well, this is probably quite easy to establish as a tennis film.
It's still a fun film.
Unless you're talking about the origin of the Crazy Gang, Wimbledon Football Club.
Is that a movie?
No, but I'm just
okay.
saying that, yeah, that's the only other Wimbledon comparison I can think of.
Oh, okay. That isn't a movie.
If it was called Wimbledon,
If it was called Wimbledon. Okay,
yeah, that would be
okay,
the only
cool,
other
cool, cool.
comparison.
Okay. Well, there needs to be more tennis non-fiction media.
Yes, they're done.
There's not enough tennis, is there?
Well, it depends. I do watch a lot of tennis.
Oh. Well, yeah, that's actual tennis. That's what I'm saying about non-fiction media. Did you ever see Borg versus McEnroe?
I did.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
well, anyway, we're talking about tennis stuff anyway.
I took my mum to see that
Oh,
because
okay.
she's Bjorn Borg is her sporting icon.
Oh, okay, cool. Then we're going to finish it off with film number 5, Stuart Little from 1999, a film that neither of us can remember, but Sam has fond memories of.
I do remember it. No, I remember it.
Oh, you
I
do
remember
have
well, and Stuart Little too.
So I'm actually just dragging you into my terrible memory.
Can I be honest? This is probably the film I'm looking forward to talking about the most.
Oh,
just
okay.
because
Is it because you're not going to get anything back from me at all?
It just reminds me of Pizza Hut with my nan back in '99.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
It was lovely.
Now you're going to make me want to want pizza Hut.
Well, Pizza Hut doesn't exist in England anymore. That's how long ago it was.
What?
Yeah, they've. Well, it's only a takeaway joint now.
Are you serious?
They don't have eating Pizza Huts in England anymore.
When did this happen?
About 4 months ago.
Wow, I did not know that. So it's just
Yeah.
takeaway only?
Just takeaway.
Wow. I suppose that's not a bad thing.
It's gone the way of the dodo.
That's insane. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah.
On the plus side, though, Jamie's Italian's back.
Great.
Yeah.
That bastard. I still won't forgive him for ruining food at school. Let people be kids, twat.
Well, I'm not sure if that kind of food is not letting kids be kids. But anyway, let's talk about Team America World Police.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
well, Team
Brawl-
America came out at the same time. Saved my
That's the
childhood
Turkey Twizzler thing.
from Jamie Oliver.
Okay. Broadway actor Gary Johnston is recruited by an elite counter-terrorism organisation, Team America World Police, to act his way into a terrorist organisation and stop a plan to destroy the world. I mean, best way to describe this is a satire of America being the ruler of the world.
Yes.
And also America and actors believing that they have anything else to say outside of being actors.
It's a fantastic film. I mean, there's some stuff in it that we can't really say, and there's some stuff in it that is just like bordering on crazy.
Yeah.
And like the Matt Damon stuff. I, to this day, can't look at Matt Damon without thinking a little bit in my head about saying Matt Damon.
Yeah. It's got... Yeah, I mean, it's aged... As a satire, it has legs.
Well, this is what I mean.
Like, it's quite impressive how the legs that are on this.
You should not take this film that seriously.
Oh no, you don't
We
take it
see
seriously at all.
puppets having sex.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
It's just Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
I mean, the leader of Team America, I must quote the scene in the limo, like every other day to my brother.
So that's it, right? Like it's got to be one of the most quotable movies, and I think like anyone who watches it, I can still recommend it to people, and they still love it.
Yeah.
I personally, my most quotable thing for me is when they're chasing the terrorists down.
Oh my god.
And it's just the dialogue, just every single.
The dialogue's
line
just
in
brilliant.
that is just fantastic.
Like, what is it? No, Gary, I'm not from Hollywood. I'm not going to fuck your mouth. For my time is extremely valuable. Now, the funniest part of that entire sequence is the end, where he says that, and then he just says, "Oh, my time's too valuable for this."
Oh, so the vomit scene.
Oh my, yeah.
The vomit scene is still one of the funniest things put to film. Honestly, I think I wet myself watching that scene. It was so funny, and I saw this at the cinema.
I didn't. I was
lucky enough
too
to see
young.
this at the cinema, and honestly, it was every moment, and it was at the height of South Park fame as well. Well, it was still very much part of the zeitgeist when we went to see this at the cinema. Now, I am a Trey Parker, Matt Stone fan.
Yes.
I have seen all of their stuff. I've even seen Cannibal the Musical. I've seen
Basketball?
Orgasmo, Basketball. Even though I know it has some huge detractors, it doesn't rate very well. Basketball was an iconic film of my childhood. Endlessly quotable. Honestly, South Park, all of that stuff. Like, I have followed their career for a long time.
Well, you can legitimately say that you've basically been there from the beginning.
Yeah. Because I even remember when South Park debuted on Channel 4, and I remember taping it off the telly, and that was and I was there, like literally first season South Park, and that had like a really interesting documentary where Trey Parker and Matt Stone got interviewed in a hot tub. And it's just them in like a hot tub bath, just basically just having conversations around like what you do in South Park. It was hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, I think the film was my introduction.
Bigger, longer, uncut.
And me and my brother are still obsessed with South Park. And we had the VHSs for the first couple of seasons where they introduce every episode dressed up as cowboys.
Yep.
And,
again, it's what you do.
Yeah, and we've managed to follow most of their careers, all the controversies, and I would say Team America could be their highest moment, possibly.
Yeah.
I think it's certainly
Book of Mormon, I think is the point where I think they proved that they could work outside. They are obviously masters of satire.
Yes. They're very, very Monty Python inspired.
Yeah.
Possibly the most famous example of Americans being very influenced by British comedy.
Yeah. It's just so much fun.
Yeah.
I think it massively holds up today.
Well, they hated... I mean, I think a question a lot of people ask is, why have we not seen a sequel? They hated making this film. Just getting the puppetry stuff right was like a nightmare.
But I also think it inspired them to do other stuff, because they're not afraid of other mediums.
No.
And I think, I remember watching a documentary of this being made. There was a couple of things that really stick out to mind. It was one of them where they were just like, "Oh, what should we do?" It's like, "Fuck it, it's just puppets. That's funny." Yeah. And so they just made a whole film with puppets. And then the other thing they said, the Panama Canal scene, when that gets blown up, was one of the hardest things they've ever shot in their life. And I remember watching the documentary of them filming it, and honestly, it looked like the most stressful thing.
Yeah. It was only a couple of years ago that I realised, because everyone thinks of Trey Parker and Matt Stone, but it's really Trey Parker helped by Matt Stone. Trey Parker is like the daddy of all of this.
Yeah, like he's down as director of this, and Matt Stone is down as a writer. So I think they're frequent collaborators, but in which Trey Parker has probably, let's say the most input.
Oh no! If you look at his directing and writing credits on South Park, he does everything.
Okay.
I think he has written or co-written basically every episode since like 2005.
Okay.
Matt Stone, I think mostly is just like helps with the story and obviously does the voices.
Yeah,
But I think Trey Parker is like his
it's his thing.
yeah. Anyway, but no, it's a great film. You don't get many puppetry films these days.
You really don't, no.
And it's a lost art that needs to come back.
Absolutely. 2018 Overlord.
Overlord.
Just before D-Day, a group of soldiers have one final mission behind enemy lines to destroy a communication tower between Berlin and Normandy. As they fight one last battle, things take a turn for the worse when they discover they've landed upon Nazi experiments.
Yes. So I suppose to get it out of the way immediately, do you think that it is very distasteful to use this real life situation to basically do something that's a mixture of The Thing and Nazi zombies?
So this is what this is the troubling thing about the film, right? In the grand scheme of things, where it's just like, well, yeah, it does feel a little bit distasteful.
I mean,
it is still technically recent memory. It still involves atrocities, so it feels a bit soon to do this.
Well, the Nazi experiment side is very troublesome.
Yeah.
I mean, not to sound like a history dork, but I'm pretty sure they never did anything like that in France.
No, but I mean, it's supposed to be like a hidden facility and so on and so forth. So whether or not that allows more creative freedom over the source material, I have no idea. But like,
I imagine they thought it would be too distasteful to like do it in actual like Poland, or Russia or Soviet Union.
Yeah.
This is the tricky thing because the film is very interesting and very entertaining.
Yeah.
Despite all that.
Yeah.
I feel like they probably should have made the film in like 20 years. Not that I think there's ever a good time to make a film like this in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
But it is entertaining if you try to remove your sort of history hat.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's got some really good performances, loads of really interesting twists and turns. I love the villain.
Plays with genre really well.
Plays with genre. Wyatt Russell is doing a brilliant impression of his father,
Of his dad,
talking about the derniest of the Derns.
The derniest of the Derns.
This is
But
close,
then
but not quite the Dern.
I was going to say he's definitely not the Dern.
He's not the Dern, no.
He's on his way, I suppose. He's done some stuff.
Oh, Kurt Russell's got some films coming out soon.
Oh, keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah, get
Or
some credits.
your ears shaved.
Yes. But it comes from Bad Robot Productions, J.J. Abrams' company.
J.J. Abrams, yeah.
And I think it is a very well-made horror.
Mm-hmm.
A surprise. It's kind of just astonishing the film was made. I don't think it did brilliantly at the box office, though.
No, it didn't. No, I remember this being a bit of a sleeper film. I think I saw this as a Cineworld
Me too.
secret screening.
Oh, I definitely saw this at Cineworld with my brother.
I think this was one of those secret screenings, or like when they revealed, they every so often did like a Tuesday movie, and they revealed it as you were sitting there in the screen. Pleasantly surprised with it, like in terms of it's really interesting. It brings up, I've mentioned before, it plays with genre really well. You don't really know where it's going.
No, that has all the strengths.
That kind of feeds the controversy as well, or the complications with the narrative.
Really good lead, who I have no memory if he's been in anything this big since.
No,
but he holds the film together well.
It almost feels like the supporting players have gone on to other things.
Yes,
but the lead is just kind of hasn't really been anything else. Yeah,
it's got an incredibly disturbing transformation scene with a certain character that I think sticks in the mind the most.
Yeah, that's where you said about The Thing. I think
it's got a lot of that sort of 80s body horror gore attached to it.
It's interesting though. I mean, the writers attached to this is a guy called Billy Ray, who did Shattered Glass.
Did he?
You're talking about the body horror inflection and stuff when you look at things like Split and stuff. He also did the Hunger Games trilogy and Captain Phillips. And then Mark L. Smith did Vacancy, which I don't know if...
Luke
Wilson's Vacancy, which I think is a great movie. And he also did The Revenant.
Really?
Which was strange. And this year's Twisters. So, in a weird way, the writers have quite a pedigree. So does the... and it's obviously from J.J. Abrams. Weirdly, the director is a guy called Julius Avery. The only other thing that off his credit list that was any of note was The Pope's Exorcist,
What,
which was
Russell
that
Crowe's
weird
film?
Russell Crowe movie from this year. One of two movies in which he played a priest. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, it's. I don't know whether or not that was kind of the driver behind like the. Not. I don't think it flopped. I don't think it was probably made on a budget, which allowed it to flop. But it also didn't really make any ripples. Not a lot of people have heard of this.
Do you think this film would have worked if it wasn't set during Operation Overlord? Like if it was set in a different scenario? Do you reckon that would have helped its box office?
I think you could have. I think you whether or not you could. I think you could have disassociated this with World War II, and it still would have been a successful movie. I don't think you necessarily need to have gone, oh, it's Nazi experiments or anything like that. You could have just said it's villainous experiments.
Yeah. Because it's literally horrifying,
Yeah.
like the actual experiment.
But-
or it's making something that is a horrifying life event into entertainment.
Yeah.
But I suppose that opens up, we don't have time to do it during this podcast, but it opens up that kind of moral grey area of creating entertainment from tragedy.
Yeah.
But that is like a part and parcel of life.
Yeah.
Like Chernobyl, the greatest miniseries of all time.
Yeah.
Millions still remember that.
Yeah.
And that's one of the best things ever. But that, I suppose, to try and justify that, is it's obviously really promoting that has like a good message.
I think
like
that,
trying to do the
all
good
comes
thing.
down to the message.
Where
whereas
Overlord-
something like Overlord, for instance, is capitalizing on the horror of it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Whereas like something like Saving Private Ryan is literally showing you the horrors of war and is
Yeah.
trying to depict what that would look like on screen.
Yeah.
Whereas say something like Overlord is saying, yeah, look, kind of, I don't know. It feels like it's capitalizing on it. It's a different focus, I suppose. It's trying to then focus on parts of it, which
Yeah. I suppose it's the kind of film, if you go into it, you can separate it,
yeah,
then you'll have a good time.
yeah,
But if you go into it completely with no knowledge of this, I'd be very interested to know what their reaction would be.
yeah. Yeah, I do remember sitting in the cinema just thinking, this is a little bit uncomfortable.
Extremely uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing, like you watch it and it's in France and it's World War II and there's Nazis, so it's immediately going to be like, well, this is going to be very disturbing. How far are they going to take this?
Yeah.
And they took it basically
do
as far
take
as
it, yeah.
as far as they could take it.
Yeah.
But it certainly, as a film, works.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It has its yeah, it has problems, should we say. But if you can separate it from those problems, there are interesting things enough in this movie that make it intriguing.
Yes.
Another
Right.
intriguing movie,
Well,
2018's The Predator.
so,
So,
well, I mean, you can explain the... Would you like to explain the premise and then I'll explain my
I
feeling
will,
towards
yes.
it?
So a young boy accidentally triggers the predators to come back to Earth. With only a ragtag crew of ex-soldiers and disgruntled scientists can prevent the end of the human race.
So, I am a massive fan of the Predator films.
Mm-hmm.
I actually quite
Are you a massive fan of people in the Predator films? Like of
what do
the
you mean by
cast?
people?
Because the guy who directed this was in the original Predator.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, the first film is it's not quite up there with Aliens, but it's the kind of film where I know all the soldiers, and it's a huge, just a massive film, part of my childhood. But I actually appreciate other Predator films.
Okay.
I really like Predators. I have a massive soft spot for AVP 1. I think Predator 2 is not particularly good. It's actually the first time I remember feeling disappointed by a film,
Okay.
which is very interesting because it obviously goes into The Predator. So when The Predator came out, there was a lot of anticipation for me because not only is it a Predator film, it's made by Shane Black. And Shane Black is one of my favourite writers and directors to a certain point. He made Kiss Kiss Bang Bang and Nice Guys, and he also wrote the first couple of Lethal Weapon films. So it's going to be very interesting how his style fits into a Predator film. because he didn't write the first Predator film, but he helped. He's in the film basically to be a script doctor to help the film go along, which is why his scenes are so humorous and weird in the first Predator film, and why he dies first to get him out of the way quickly. So there's a lot of intrigue, and I remember going into the film, I watched this with my brother, and one of the most disappointing cinema experiences of my life.
Okay.
It starts off not actually that bad, but my God, it falls off a cliff quickly and just keeps going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, shockingly bad film.
Mm-hmm.
Might actually be the worst Predator film, and I include AVP 2 in this.
Okay.
Really bad. And that's not just about the film, it's everything around the film.
Yeah.
So its production hell is vast.
Yeah.
To the point where there's genuinely disgusting choices made, which kind of derailed Shane Black's career.
Yeah.
Which is probably weirdly justified.
Yeah.
But yeah. How do you feel about it?
It's a dumb movie.
So dumb.
I'm just going to say that as it's the simplest way that I can say it. It doesn't make any sense.
Horribly misreading modern times in so many ways.
Yeah. And it kind of almost feels like Shane Black just wanted to have a rant, and then it came out on screen as the Predator, and it didn't really make sense to me. In a weird way, there's parallels with the issues in Overlord, with the way, for instance, that they treat Jacob Tremblay's character in this, who is autistic, and the way that they kind of play it off a bit like a superpower.
Yes.
It's very problematic in the way that it sets things up and how it misunderstands autism.
Oh, it misunderstands so much. PTSD.
PTSD. Oh, yeah, God. The PTSD stuff. I forgot about that, yeah. And through its misunderstanding, then everything lands in a really bad way. Any comedy that there's tried to play out.
Horribly unfunny film.
So unfunny.
You laugh at things
to the point where it almost feels nasty.
Like the scene where Jacob Tremblay accidentally murders a man.
Yeah.
It's played for laughs.
Yeah. It's all tonally, it's all over the place. It just doesn't feel right. And like you said, that wider issues with the production and that, I think scars it massively. Even though it's a bad movie, this makes it a movie that it's just
because it's horribly put together.
Yeah,
you get introduced to characters, you barely know who they are. They die without you even really realizing it.
Yeah,
they had to cut so much of, I can't remember her name, but the female lead.
The woman who's lost Psylocke in she's the scientist, isn't she?
Yes.
What's her name? Go on, you continue.
But yeah, she is her whole introduction had to be edited out because of a grim cast member who got fired.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just a really poorly made mess of a film, and yeah, there was so much kind of hope going into it. But yeah, this potentially destroyed the Predator franchise, and then it was obviously revived by Dan Trachtenberg,
yeah.
And now
it was Olivia Munn.
Sorry, yes. But yeah, just a horrible. Really, it's just a really spitefully unfunny film.
Yeah.
And every character is unbearable.
Spiteful is a really good way to actually describe that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And very disappointed. I mean, I have certain disappointments about films, but this is up there. This is up there. I kind of hate it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard for me to really hate.
I was going to say, it very much feels like one of those movies that angers you.
Yeah. Know? But Shane Black's, his career has never recovered from this. I mean,
it hasn't, is it?
He's now having to make films with Mark Wahlberg.
Lol.
But I don't know. I mean, in a good way, the Predator films have kind of, if anything, they're in the best shape they've ever been, debatably.
Yeah.
So,
they've kind of stripped it back, haven't they? Prey was a fantastic movie to start things off with.
Yes, back to basics.
Yeah.
Completely
back to basics.
I was a big
Badlands
massive fan of Predator, Killer of Killers. The animated film.
Yeah.
Great film.
Okay.
And I've very much enjoyed Predator Badlands.
Yeah.
Because Predator Badlands that takes Predator in a different direction. That is what they were trying to do with the Predator.
Yeah.
The story is just like, oh yeah. I mean, I can barely remember the story because it's just so disjointed. There isn't really a story.
Yeah.
I mean, at one point it's like because the Predator, there's a good Predator that has come to Earth and he's going to use Jacob Tremblay's autism to save the world from climate change.
Yeah.
Is that what happens?
Something mad.
That is just made by a stoned old man
Yeah.
who doesn't understand the basics of anything that he is like trying to establish.
Yeah. It's interesting, isn't it? Because it's almost like it doesn't really feel like it needs to go. You don't really need to go too complicated with the Predator movie.
No.
So it does feel a little bit weird where it's like, why?
It's the beauty of the original. It's like an accidental masterpiece of like 7 genres.
Yeah. Let's go a little bit more light-hearted, shall we?
Yeah?
Should we just go a little bit more light-hearted? Let's talk about 2004's Wimbledon.
Oh, Wimbledon.
Richard Loncrane?
I thought you were about to say Richard Linklater then.
I was going to say, if it was Richard Linklater, I'd have a very, very different opinion.
Premise,
I was going to say, premise first.
Sorry.
A pro tennis player has lost his ambition and has fallen down to rank 119. Fortunately for him, he meets a young player on the women's circuit who helps him recapture his focus for Wimbledon.
What's your take on sports films?
That's an interesting question. I would probably say that I didn't really have much interest in sports films because I'm not really a sports person. I'm not hugely competitive. So sports movies has never really done it. Then Rush happened. And then I have now a new appreciation for, let's call it a genre, right? The sports movie. There's elements that I've always had issues with in that it's predetermined. You know certain elements of it, but I think you can tell really interesting stories for more niche successes, which is where the genre thrives.
Yeah.
So as I mentioned, like Rush, I'm not into F1 at all. But
you
feel it in the right, if you film it in the right way, you put the right soundtrack over it. That I didn't think much of F1 this year, but holy cow, the action in that and the racing is phenomenal. If you liked Top Gun Maverick and that was the stuff that got you off, then F1 will do the same, but for F1. It's an interesting story. You can put interesting characters in it. I'm just trying to think of potentially other ones. I hated Mike Bassett, England manager. That's probably a bit of a deep cut, but I walked out of that movie.
You saw that at the cinema?
I saw that at the cinema.
That is hilarious.
I walked out.
You saw that? That came out.
I was about 15.
Yeah.
14,
Why
15,
did you see that?
A mate of mine wanted to see it.
Wow.
And we were just like, I'm not. We walked out of that. That was dull. I'm trying to think of other ones. I haven't seen Challengers. If we take it back to tennis, I've not seen Challengers. I was always intrigued by Borg McEnroe and Battle of the Sexes.
I've not seen Battle of the Sexes.
They were two that I was like, oh, this could be interesting in a post-Rush world.
Yes.
Well, that could be good fun.
Wimbledon 2004 is kind of where the tennis film genre kicked off.
It did, but what I would say is it's nowhere near the best tennis film.
No.
Because
I would say
Woody Allen then came out with Match Point.
Oh, that's not really about tennis. I know tennis it plays a part, but it's not about tennis. All the other films are about tennis.
Yeah, but I mean, you'd say that about most sports movies.
Yeah,
it's very rarely that the sport movie is about the sport, right? It's always
dodgeball.
About.
Joni loves Chachi.
It's about the people. It's there's much more to those stories. So it's like, is it really about the sport? No, it's not. It's never about the sport.
Well, I know. Well, the sport is kind of like the plot device. It's like this film is the plot is tennis, but really it's about Paul Bettany and Kirsten Dunst falling in love.
It's a nice little romantic dramedy.
So this is, would you call it a dramedy?
Nah, more of a comedy.
It's just a comedy, yeah. This is the film for a long time what I associated Paul Bettany with.
That's because it was the only thing he was in for a little while.
Well, Master and Commander came out around this time.
Okay.
But it's a harmless little. It's the most Richard Curtis film ever made without it having anything to do with
Yeah.
Richard Curtis.
It's the nicest tennis movie without an edge.
Match Point.
That's what I mean. That it's the nicest.
Can I
tennis
just
movie.
do a little thing for Match Point? It's such a good film.
It's such a good film.
That film has like 400 twists in it.
Yeah.
That like killed me.
It's phenomenal. Like
Yeah.
I genuinely think, and again, it's a film that not a lot of people have seen.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, go watch Match
It makes no sense. Woody Allen doing a film about a British tennis coach
No.
and him basically talenting Mr. Ripley his way up the food chain
No.
should not work, and somehow it does. Anyway, sorry, back to Wimbledon.
Phenomenal. In fact, this talking about Wimbledon makes me want to go and watch Match Point.
Oh, yeah, but Challenges is
I've not seen it yet. Like,
so
I want to
good.
give it a go.
It's absolutely the best film associated with tennis.
Luca Guadagnino, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I mean, the film is essentially about a love triangle, but it's the way it's made and the music. Oh,
yeah.
might be my favourite film of 2024, possibly.
Wow, it's high praise.
But no, Wimbledon, it's a nice little film if you're in the mood, particularly around Wimbledon season.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice film to watch.
Yeah.
And Paul Bettany and Kirsten Dunst do quite well.
Yeah, they're fine.
They're
Good
fine.
chemistry.
Yeah. Sam Neill's in it. He plays the very ambitious father of Kirsten Dunst's character. Because it's basically Paul Bettany is on. I mean, it's very very kind of like that typical underdog, kind of like cliched sports film where
2004.
he's past it and he's like, I need to. This is my last stand, basically.
Yeah.
And it kind of works. It's not very well reviewed, and it didn't make a lot of money, but it's charming.
It's fine. Yeah, it's got
James
a bit of charm to
McAvoy's in it. He plays the little brother.
Okay.
One of his earliest films, before he played a goat thing in Narnia.
Speaking of little brothers, that might be the best transition I've done all year. We're going to move on to Stuart Little, 1999.
What can you say about
Is
Stuart
that
Little?
the best transition I've ever done?
It's all
I think
right.
it might be.
It's all right. It's good.
It's all right.
It's enjoyable.
It's all right. Yeah, Stuart Little, 1999.
Stuart Little.
The movie that I genuinely can't remember. The only thing that I have to say about this film is this walked so Ratatouille can run. And even though the films have absolutely nothing to do with whatsoever with one another.
Well, they have like
It's
rodents.
It's that whole idea of rodents, right? It's that whole idea of mice, rats being brought into the family a little bit more.
See, we've just talked about Wimbledon, which is mostly charming, and this film, obviously, the premise is charming, the look is charming, but it does have a lot of sinister sides to it.
Mm-hmm.
The cat, Snowbell, is
It's a devil.
nasty little
Absolutely.
bastard. But then he does kind of make up for it.
Absolutely.
The
Premise,
yes.
when the Littles adopt Stuart the mouse, George is initially unwelcoming to his new brother. The family cat, Snowbell, is even less enthusiastic. Stuart resolves to face these difficulties with as much pluck and courage as he can muster. Do you know what? I'm just going to use IMDb descriptions.
Isn't
from
this
now on.
copyright, technically? We're just like nicking their stuff.
No, because it's made by other people.
But they're wrong. They got Overlord horribly wrong. Last mission. Ridiculous.
Oh, okay.
That would have been more interesting. That would have been made more sense with Overlord if they've got to Berlin or Dachau, and then it's like it makes a bit more sense. Anyway, Stuart Little.
Stuart Little.
So yeah, Stuart. Can I just say the character of Stuart Little is delightful.
Okay.
Michael J. Fox does a brilliant job.
He's got a good voice.
And this is one of his first films when he couldn't do live action anymore because of his Parkinson's disease.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he does a really good job. I'd be intrigued how this kind of film would do now, because I feel like in terms of live action, I think this would definitely be animation now. But yeah, it's a nice little charming film. Hugh Laurie's I think this is one of his first big American films. Gina Davis.
Yeah, and he's got an American accent in it, isn't he? Or is he?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Do you think, and this is the weirdest thing about the whole movie itself, this movie is written, or one of the writers is M. Night Shyamalan. Do you think M. Night Shyamalan will ever do a Stuart Little 3?
No.
Did you know
I think
that
there is
was
a Stuart Little 3. I watched it at the cinema. It's got a brilliant opening, Stuart Little 2, of it's like a boat race in a lake, and Stuart is driving one of the boats.
Okay.
Very exciting. But it's all about family acceptance and yeah, there's well, I mean, obviously the relationship between is it Lipnicki?
Yep. The guy who's now an absolute tank.
Well, he was basically in every. He was the kid in like every big film.
He was
for
Jerry
like
Maguire.
7 years.
He was the movie kid.
And their relationship is important, but it is also Stuart Little and the cat.
Mm-hmm.
And Stuart Little going through, a lot of trial and tribulation before he's like fully accepted.
Mm-hmm.
But Gina Davis and Hugh Laurie love him from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very corny. Like, don't get me wrong, but it works.
The director, he has had a very interesting career. His name is Rob Minkoff. You may remember him because he is the director of The Lion King.
Oh.
Yeah. So he did The Lion King, and then he went on to Stuart Little 2, and then he did 2003's The Haunted Mansion.
What, Eddie Murphy?
Eddie Murphy's one. Yeah.
I saw that at the cinema. It was very strange. It was very bad.
He did The Forbidden Kingdom, and then moved on to Mr. Peabody and Sherman, and Stuart Little. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So he's had a weird career. He's very much been very top, and then it just got slowly worse.
Thing is, there's always. I think it wasn't until Pixar where directors were kind of recognised in animation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you think of animation, no one remembers the director ever.
No,
because there's so much more. Obviously, it's a lot more to do with like the art,
and also
the look and the voice acting.
But you've also got to think pre 2000, animated directors didn't move over to live action. It wasn't really a thing.
No.
So I mean, the very fact that the director of this, you didn't know he was the director of The Lion King, goes to show how much of a divide there was between.
Yeah.
Even for Disney's 90s run, which is still phenomenal, it just goes to show how much there was a divide.
Is it
between
Brad Bird?
directors.
Is Brad Bird the first? Because he obviously did Iron Giant and The Incredibles, and then he did Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
Is he like the first big success story? I mean, you would say
I was going to say this guy.
Is.
Yeah, I was going to say like Rob Minkoff is probably got to be pretty much up there. But yeah, it's I think it's a really interesting career trajectory. I remember watching Stuart Little and thinking it's fine. It wasn't really my time frame, right?
No.
When was this? 99. So I was actually watching The Matrix at that point. So Stuart Little wasn't exactly something that was going to be resonating.
Now listen, I was watching Aliens at this point, and Stuart Little still had a place in my heart. If anything, it was scarier than Aliens.
It was, like you said at the beginning, it's that Pizza Hut movie with Nan, right?
Yes.
So the fact that you can attach those memories to it obviously adds to a different flavour to it too. Do you reckon it has legs now? Do you reckon it's something that kids will...
I mean, if I watched it now, I would be nostalgic as hell. I don't know, really, because I feel like there were so many films that came out in this time where it was like live action animals talking. Like Babe, I think, was that the one that kind of set this off?
Yes.
And then there was like Cats and Dogs.
So the thing for me, why I think Stuart Little never resonated, was because I think I have repressed PTSD over Mouse Hunt.
No, I do that.
Did you ever see Mouse Hunt?
No.
It was Lee Evans, and so it was a live action movie with Lee Evans and Nathan Lane. And they're basically mouse hunters against a mouse that's moved into this house. And there's a scene in it where the mouse is really cute, and it's a CGI mouse, and the mouse thing, and he's all comfortable in his house, and he's all nesting down, he's just going off to sleep. And then a hammer comes through the wall. Doesn't kill the mouse, but it then just completely breaks my heart. Honestly, that scene has stayed with me for pretty much my entire life. And I wonder if that's why I was almost too afraid to let Stuart Little into my heart. Because that scene in Mouse Hunt has actually ruined me so badly.
I think you should watch Stuart Little again.
I've recently been watching Ratatouille on repeat, and that is a wonderful movie. And it has made me go back to the mouse rat filmography.
Well, you need to get over it, like Peter O'Toole's character.
Do you recommend me go back and rewatch it?
Yeah.
Do you reckon it still has legs?
I think so.
Okay. I have to go back. That's the nice thing about doing this ranker stuff. Sometimes I will do this and I'll be like, oh, I need to go back and watch that.
Yeah,
Rewatch it and then
I
go back
had
to
a
a
damn good time with the first
Damn
two.
good time. Damn good time. But that's it. That's the 5 films. That's very interesting. How are we going to rank these? What's worst on our list, Sam?
The Predator.
Yeah, without a doubt.
There is no question that I will never watch this film again, and
Yeah.
I may watch the others again.
Yeah. In complete agreement. 4.
This is actually quite hard.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to go with Wimbledon.
Agree.
Nothing wrong with Wimbledon.
I agree. I'm kind of being led a little bit by your hand when it comes to Stuart Little. I've got to be honest. I trust you because you've got the nostalgic goggles on.
Stuart Little's
Stuart.
a lovely film to watch with your kid.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah.
So Predator, Wimbledon. Would you say Overlord is next? Or would you go for Stuart Little?
I would go with Stuart Little. I think when we were talking about Overlord, we were very much talking about every aspect of it.
Yeah.
But the film, as a film and as a piece of entertainment and horror, it works incredibly well and has got some really memorable performances. Yeah. I think you will, as a viewer, get more out of Overlord than, let's say, Stuart Little.
I think so.
But the beauty of this podcast is also just the absurdity of ranking Overlord against Stuart Little. So yeah.
Okay.
I would go Stuart Little then.
Stuart Little, Overlord. And then I think this is it then. I think the run is Team America World Police.
Team America World Police
is the best film on this list.
Wow, this is a nice limo. Yes, it is. Now suck my cock. Just kidding. Do you know the voice actor of that man is incredibly famous in like kids in. I think he's the dad in Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh, okay.
And I think as a kid that was like so mind blowing. Yeah, but great film. Team America.
But yeah, that is our number one this week. Team America World Police.
Fuck yeah!
It's a great little movie, and it ages really well, and it's still massively fun to watch.
And it's ageless. That's the that is kind
ageless.
of the beauty of puppetry films is the fact that you can never say they look horribly dated, and particularly this kind of puppet film because it's just meant to be a joke.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you for taking part in the latest episode of Such a Ranker. How do you rank our list? What would you agree with and what do you disagree with? Would you do anything differently? We would absolutely love to hear your opinion on our hot takes. And for now, I'm going to say take care and we'll see you soon.
Goodbye.